All right, the mental health of America's youth is paramount today. But is therapy really the fix? One psychologist writing in the New York Times says, no, don't think so. He says by focusing teenagers' attention on mental health issues, these interventions may have unwittingly exacerbated their problems. Greater awareness of mental health leads people to talk of normal life struggles in terms of symptoms and diagnoses. These sorts of labels begin to dictate how people view themselves. So, as it turns out, the public school push for more mental health mumbo-jumbo in the classroom could actually be making things worse. Here with more on this is Dr. Drew Pinsky. He's an addiction specialist and host of Dr. Drew podcast, who's fantastic. Dr. Drew, what are your thoughts? Are we making mental health help too easy?
It is both right and wrong, right? It's unintended consequences. It's great that people have higher awareness about the nature of mental health, what the sort of spectrum of these disorders are. But for young people to start labeling themselves as having specific disorders and then thinking of themselves as disabled or disordered, that is a very serious problem. In fact, one of the sort of perhaps apocryphal stories about Sigmund Freud when he arrived in America, the press came to him and said, Dr. Freud, what do you hope to achieve in America? He said, well, I hope to raise an understanding or come to an understanding of the difference between mental illness and ordinary misery. Ordinary misery is part of life, and it's probably good for us. It's diet and exercise. It's coming up against challenges and having the ability to respond flexibly and adaptively to ordinary misery. We have eradicated an ordinary misery as an option in this country, and it's a problem. That's where this story gets added, I think.
It's so interesting. Yeah, you have to know the difference between a kid that needs help and sometimes letting a kid figure out things for themselves to develop that grit to allow them to persevere later in life.
Grit,
because life
failure.
is not easy, right?
Yes, perseverance. Oh, Mike, no, it's not, it just isn't. We're biological agents. It's tough. But I'll tell you what, though, there is, again, the more reality piece of this is in the background we have these things, which are clearly now adversely affecting the health, particularly of young females. Then we've just done something that predictably, if I'd write a recipe for how to harm the developmental health of young people, I would say do the following. Lock them in their home, keep them away from their cognitive development, their education. Don't let them interact with their peers. Tell them, as we did in this town, California, man, 2 years of shelter in place, which is language you should reserve for an incoming nuclear weapon. And if you do not shelter in place, you, Mr. 9-year-old, Mr. 11-year-old, young lady, you're going to kill your family. You don't think that's going to harm the development of young people? Of course, and it's measurably done so.
And Dr. Drew, just by mentioning that again, I was starting to sweat because I'm getting flashbacks. But we'll deal with my therapy after, see if you can satisfy my deductible again this year.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.